Adrenaline Motorsports. This is Fred Blanchard, your host. And how do you feel about this? Do you think that we're going to be able to cut the mustard here, Brian?
I'm the optimistic one. You kind of throw water on me sometime when the fire is burning. But I really feel that Fred took this motor, and Nick Arias, who designed it, we've taken it to the outer limits, more or less. And I feel we've got the power, we've got the aerodynamics, like Fred just talked to you. They enclose this car completely, and it is actually a streamliner without the tires enclosed, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm really excited. I hope Fred and I could leave Tuesday morning, and we're going to drive halfway, probably 8 or 9 hours, and get to around Las Vegas, and then have a nice night dinner and get up in the morning and head to the Salts. And the main thing we have to do is we have to get Ben York in the car, and we have to get him at 275 miles an hour. That's his next licensing step. You just can't have a 300 mile an hour car and ask to go out there without licensing. They started him at 150 miles an hour first. Then he has to go 175. Then he has to go 200. And they're very strict on this. You break out, some guys will, keep their foot in it and end up going 190 miles an hour for the 175 mile an hour licensing, and they could bump you back to kindergarten, more or less, and have to start all over if you think you're a smart guy. It's all about safety up there. And then hopefully if he gets the 275 mile an hour license, we get 300 and we're unlimited.
I want to shed some light on some other things that's going on with us too, and one of them is B&B Performance Products. That's a company that will soon be coming on board as a sponsor. I've been talking about them a little bit here and there. Got a chance to go visit some of the products that they'll be presenting, and one is a representation of a replacement engine block that was formerly the Arias 8.3 liter, which later became the Fontana Rhino, and then they stopped manufacturing this version of this particular product. And when Mr. Joe Fontana decided to retire, a new company came on board and moved to Indiana, but still being allowed to use the name that was sold to this new company. And some of the employees went along, and Rick Paradis was in charge of the shop while it was here in Gardena, California, and he's now heading up the engine side there in Indiana. And I bring that up because they're currently in the midst of doing some prototype cylinder heads in behalf of B&B Performance Products that'll fit right on the B&B 8.3 liter engine block, which originally was designed by Arias. However, there has been some new technology added to this particular product, and with this new technology, it's basically created a stronger block, and if it was looked upon, the design has changed, but the current parts and old parts will still fit. You can put your old heads on there and the type thing, but it is a replacement block, but the materials and the density of the material is basically is extremely close, almost to the level of billet. And I got a chance to look at one of the prototype finished components, and it's pretty spectacular, and it was too bad that we don't have this on video. I'd like to be able to show you folks the quality of work that comes out of the facility. And the facility where they are using is Carroll Shelby Engineering, which is a division of Shelby Enterprises. They have a manufacturing facility there in Gardena, California, and we got a chance to see what has come out of there so far. And in the cylinder heads, the cylinder heads will be able to be used on two types of engines that Arias manufactured in the 70s and 80s. One is the 8.3 liter. It's a billet head, and that head will be able to be used on the 8.3 liter engines. And also, it's also able to be used on the Arias 10 liter engine, which was a little different configuration push rod angle, of course, and the 10-liter engine is an offshore boat engine that's currently used in tractor pulling, and that also will be available coming soon. And as I mentioned before, B&B Performance is a company that will be handling other product lines besides their blocks and heads, and they'll be handling a 426 Chrysler Mopar solid head for nostalgia fuel, which will be a plus, and along with Carroll Shelby Enterprises and their product line, which is the big block FE Ford that you find in your Ford Cobras, the Shelby Cobras, and Mustangs. And they've come out now most recently with a small block as well. And that is another project that they've got going. B&B will be able to manage and handle those products as well. So they're going to be an up-and-coming company. And so there's a lot of things going to be happening here pretty soon.